If you typed in a YouTube Minecraft hardcore, the first thing you're going to see is I survived X amount of days in hardcore Minecraft. And there's a lot of those videos. Some could even say an oversaturated amount. But if all these creators can survive for that long, then is hardcore Minecraft actually hard? Well, I would say no. And I understand that difficulty depends on the player. One thing that is hard for one person might be easier for another. But when you actually compare the changes between normal to hardcore Minecraft, there's not much of a difference. The main changes are mobs do more damage, you lose hunger faster, and the biggest change of all, you only have one life. But that's pretty much it. Those three categories makes up what hardcore Minecraft is, though it's not really hard. Yes, it turns up the difficulty and you have to be a bit more cautious, but you can make Minecraft harder just by creating challenges for yourself, or downloading one of the thousands of mods that could do so. A perfect example of this is UHC, which stands for Ultra Hardcore. And in this version, there's just one thing that is different in this style of hardcore, and that is it turns off natural health regeneration. So the only way you get health back is through items that heal you, like golden apples, regeneration potions, etc. This one change fully increases the difficulty of hardcore, because now any form of damage you take is detrimental to surviving, while allowing the player to experience a whole new playstyle to the game. Now, for those that are wondering, have I ever played hardcore before? I have, multiple times, but there was a slight difference, and it was that they were just temporary worlds. What I mean by that is I would load up a new hardcore world for fun and go beat the dragon with just basic gear. And once that was done, that was it. I would never continue on with that world. So I never had a long-lasting survival world. I never tried to survive for a long period of time while working on a massive project or achieve any certain goal. In a sense, I was just doing casual speedruns in hardcore, but that all changed for somewhat recently, when I completed a challenge where I beat the Wither without ever leaving the Nether in hardcore. But you know how long that took? A grand total of 12 hours. That's it. 12 hours of hardcore to beat the Wither. Now you can see why I say Minecraft hardcore itself is not hard. Because if you understand how the game mechanics work, and you put that knowledge to your own skill set, then Minecraft hardcore is just normal Minecraft, with a few different settings. But if that's the case, then why do I also think Minecraft hardcore is special, even when I feel the mode isn't necessarily hard? We know how impressive a 1, 2, 3+ year hardcore Minecraft world is. We know how monumental the triumph is to have a long and ongoing hardcore world, because there's something special about it. Not just as a player, but as a viewer. And you probably know why. It's the fact that hardcore Minecraft has one element that not many games do. It's that one life. And if you lose that one life, it's not just you lose all your items or you go back to your last checkpoint. You lose that world, your progress, and all those fun experiences you had, they're now gone. You can now only spectate the world. You can never physically play on it again. Minecraft, a game based around the idea of unlimited potential, limitless possibility with limitless creativity and imagination. And when you add that element of hardcore into the mix, now the only limit is losing that one life. How far do you push that one life between risk versus reward? How far do you go with your imagination with these mega projects and ideas? Because you know in the back of your head, if you attempt that idea, you could lose your world. But if and when you complete that project, the satisfaction knowing all those hours, days, months, even years of hard work and dedication, it was worth it. Not many games do that. And of course, if you lose that world, with all the progress you made, it will hurt. Because usually losing a hardcore world is not because the game was hard. It was because of your own mistakes. Think about it. Majority of hardcore deaths are not from the game's mechanics itself, it is because of you, the player. You were accidentally in your inventory. You forgot to bring an item with you. You didn't realize how many mobs were actually there. And the list goes on and on. It's ultimately because of the player. And I can attest to this. During one of my runs with the Wither Challenge, I somehow looked at an Enderman and I ended up losing that world. At that moment, I was upset. Not just because I died to the Enderman, but I also lost that world. All the progress I made, that little house that I built, all of it was gone. Yet it was the first time I realized why hardcore was truly special. I never felt that before because every hardcore world I had before that, I separated myself from the world. If I died in one of my previous worlds, I didn't care. It didn't have any meaning to me because I could just load up a new one, since I didn't have any actual progress or attachment to the previous one. It was only until that Wither Challenge that I truly had a long-term goal, which made me understand how special these hardcore worlds can become. I always knew there was something about them when I watched different creators and streamers play hardcore, but I never thought it was because it was on the hardest difficulty. It had to be something to do with that one life, and I just never had that attachment until that moment of loss to that Enderman. So seeing these creators, these streamers, these YouTubers that are hardcore players and they build these massive bases and structures with these huge goals and ideas in mind, it's entertaining to watch and see their journey of hardcore. All the progress, every close call, every achievement, we get to experience it like they did. And when they build that massive project in Minecraft, it's impressive, it's special, because they did it all without dying once, and you got to witness it happen. And the longer they survive on that world, the more special it becomes, the more memories are created, the more experiences are to be had. But at any moment, a single mistake can take it all away. So even though I say Minecraft hardcore itself is not hard, it's definitely special because of how far you can push the limits of just one life in Minecraft.